Uh, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Imps in the reverse. And the Page of Imps is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or that type of energy. But it can be about a difficulty in manifesting something that you feel passionate about, like a creative type energy. Creative energy that is having difficulty being manifested. It could be a person who's behaving in a lowly way. You could be having issues with a child who's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or fire sign, or someone in that energy, maybe a hot-headed child. It could be also that someone is spying on you, or that sort of energy. The next card, also on the bottom of the deck that I see just below that one, that I'm pointing out, is the Three of Bats, which can be heartache, frustration, third-party situation, some kind of rough weather. You'll notice that the cat here, he's got the hair on his back is standing up, and we've got these three bats fighting over this one star here in tempestuous weather. So, and there were a lot of anxiety cards that were coming out. Some of you guys are going through a rough time right now. That's clear. And it's such a shame because it started off awesome, if you want to know it. The Star card, this is about hope. This is about following your destiny, following your vision. It doesn't mean that our destiny doesn't include pain or anxiety along the way, but typically this is such an optimistic or hopeful card. This is your card. This is the Aquarius card, right? And this really is about following our destiny and our vision. Gargoyles were intended to scare off evil spirits, and that's why we see one here as a water spout. And he's a water bearer. It's a really wonderful symbol for this card in this deck with this theme. The star can also be about destiny in relationships. Example, those of you that are single, that are seeking your soulmate. This is about following your star to meeting that person, to being able to forge that relationship with that person. And we see here this Four of Imps, this is crossing you. This is an effect that's coming into play, right? This is your general energy, and this is what's crossing you right now. So we have this this idea of what looks like a wedding bower or a celebratory experience. It can be the edification of a relationship, right? 4 solid squares. It's also 1111, which is your twin flame type relationship. And brought in with the star, it really does look like that destined relationship. So that does bring into mind what's going on with this Page of Imps, because, you know, again, that could be some lower energy trying to knock you off your square. So it looks like a lot of you, and this doesn't have to be a wedding. Let me clarify that. This could be about you edifying your destiny. Like, if you're supposed to be a teacher, for example, this can be about you launching your career as a teacher or your web-based business or whatever that is for you, right? You're following your star and you're making it material, right? Whatever it was that you were born to do, you're creating that. So there's a great deal of happiness and success and joy that's going to come with that. But I'm still seeing a lot of painful cards. This Eight of Bats is the embodiment of anxiety. She's got herself into a bind. It's her own mental cage. Bats is the suit of swords or air in other decks. And you'll see she's got herself bound. She's even blinded to what's going on. We do see, however, the clear skies, and we see the still waters behind her. But she's really struggling with her intellect and her emotion right now, in spite of the calm or the apparent calm around her. Doesn't mean that her pain is not real, however. And this is what's on your mind for this time period that we're addressing. Some of you may be feeling sickly. You may be having health issues right now, and that could also be contributing. These bats are here to try to help you untangle your binds. These could be spirit helpers and guides. These could be earthly friends and companions. People that you have positive intellectual relationships with. They're helping you. Beneath you, the 10 of Bats. And the card that represents you is the 9 of Bats. So there's a great deal of anxiety going on here. This is you sitting up in bed crying. Even the moon is looking on concerned. The kitty's comforting you, helping you, right? All of this that you're thinking, this is overwhelmed. This is beneath you. This is the energy that you're operating in. This is what the reading is about, really. It's about this pain that you're going through. Someone stole your candy. I mean, I know I'm jumping around. This 5 of Bats is your environment card. Someone stole your candy and you're worried about that. What is this candy for you? Who stole that? I question if some of you are worried about an affair. That somebody that you're in a relationship with is having an affair. There's some kind of heartache associated with that. Whether it's really happening or whether it's a perception of what may be happening, I can't really tell that at this point. Behind you, we have the 4 of Pumpkins in the reverse. In the upright, it has to do with, in a lot of decks, it's kind of a chintzy or stingy energy, holding on to money and security and things like that, right? There's also the sense of planting seeds here, things that you've created for yourself. In the reverse, the 4 of Pumpkins is about opening up, being less stingy with your money, with your body, with your time. Could be about opening up. It could be about telling people, how you feel. Could be someone's telling you how they feel. In the future, we see the 10 of Ghosts in the reverse. And this is the happy family life. And it's about spiritual happiness, emotional contentment, and all that comes with that. But it's reversed right now. And we're seeing you in this anxiety state and this third-party energy here. Your hope is to have victory over the situation and to be successful. In your marriage, in your relationship, in your partnership, in your new business, your spiritually based business. And there's a lack of justice in the outcome. Or this could be dynamic with a Libra. A Libra in reverse, a Libra who is not in balance. Libras can be a wonderful sign when they're in balance. Any of the signs are wonderful when in balance. When a person is not experiencing balance in their life, however, there can be a degree of discomfort for the people around them, depending on how their imbalance is manifested. This can also be that you're incorrect about a situation. Are you worrying about something that is or is not happening? Is it the case that you do have the happy marriage and family life, but for some reason you're worried about something? Did someone confess to you possibly that they have feelings for your partner? And that's making you worry that something else is going on. If this injustice and this 10 of Ghosts card, if you're in a wrong state of mind or you're wrong thinking that someone's cheating on you or that someone's trying to involve themselves in your marriage, that could lead to an unhappy family situation unnecessarily. If you're correct, there's going to be something that's, you're going to have to address that. The 10 of Bats, however, being a 10 is about the completion of that energy. So it doesn't seem that you're going to be in this energy for too darn much longer. But there still is going to be some kind of dissatisfaction or lack of contentment. Because whatever this is, it may have been that you opened up and you had conversation with somebody because you were hoping to be able to restore this type energy. But this is the energy that you're in. So I really question, are we taking this 5 of Bats energy in our environment? Are we taking that into account? Are we seeing it for what it is? Are we giving it more power than it needs to have? Right? Now, this crying person in the kitten costume here, we have this enormous looming trick-or-treat candy stealer, right? We have this little cat kid here, and we have the clown friend who's trying to comfort the cat kid, who's looking down with his hands up by his face, presumably crying. Even the moon is not impressed by this person here. And there certainly is justification. Even the cat's angry. The moon's like, oh, yeah, dude, whatever. Right? But the night is still young, and there's still time to go out and get more Halloween candy. There's still some bags here that this thief didn't take yet. Possibly didn't even notice. And there's friends and sympathy empathy around this trick-or-treater, the kid that got stolen from, right? Be very careful that you keep it in perspective. Sometimes when we're dealing with something, dealing with an issue, it's for the purpose of our spiritual growth and development, even the most uncomfortable of our life lessons. So we may need to step up and view it from an angel's eye view and think, what's the growth that's the opportunity in here? If we're feeling jealous or possessive in a relationship with someone else, what is that jealousy teaching you, right? Jealousy teaches us how we value someone. So are we showing that? Are we celebrating that? Or are we being chintzy with our love and affection and our time? Maybe it's time to say how much we care to somebody else, or to really express our love for that person and turn this upside down. And it may be too that as long as you're going through this pain, this is delayed energy. And not that you can't be there. But right now it's delayed energy coming in because you're in anxiety state or physical health state. But as your health improves, you have every opportunity for this energy to improve. Again, this justice has to do with how far back can we step from the scene or the situation to look at it objectively and squarely and fairly and see what is this about, right? What is this about? But my eye is drawn, I will say, to this voodoo doll here who's got a pin sticking through his heart chakra and this injustice here. But isn't that what this is injustice? That's not fair. That little kid walked from door to door getting that candy, or from shopping mall to shopping mall. That blows my mind. The kids don't actually go trick-or-treating. Part of the fear and the fun in Halloween was going from door to door, not knowing whether you were going to be poisoned or killed. I mean, wasn't that the hoot? But either way, it does look like some of you are going through a period of anxiety right now. And please, be sure to, I forgot what I was going to say, but anyway, I'll just move on from that. Oh, gee whiz. Well, when I drop the deck, I obviously can't read each and every last one of them to you, but... All right, I think we're good. We got our card here. So you are rare and free. There are not many like you. Are there any more people in the garden besides me? Alice said, not choosing to notice Rose's last remark. There's one other flower in the garden that can move about like you, said the rose. I wonder how you do it. Sometimes people will struggle to understand you, and when they have this trouble, they may well try to fit you into one box or another they are already familiar with. When you are not clearly one thing or the other, you are a trailblazer, a rebel, and a free spirit. You are likely to meet with disapproval. And this is what happens to Alice when the flowers, who know just who they are, cannot classify her. They assume she is just a rather wild flower who would much rather be like them. You too are something of a rare wildflower. You are a nature child. You are free. You are adventurous and just won't behave in ways that others think are right. You may wish to live outside the rules and conventions of society and culture. You are inspired by being your own self and exploring your potential. You are unconventional, surprising, different, and people recognize this. Doesn't that sound like an Aquarius? Some will say you are wrong to be free or downplay you as a weed, which the other flowers do to Alice, but others, like the sweet bud, will love you. Embrace your own rare qualities. Don't try to fit in. You'll be so frustrated and always quietly unhappy. Be brave. By being your own wildflowery self, you'll inspire others, especially those who are younger, to be utterly themselves too. And remember, it's never too late to be a wildflower. In divination, this card represents a struggle to find places where people accept you or where you feel you fit in. You must learn to embrace all that makes you different and become the very best you that you can possibly be. You will never be defined, so refuse to comply. Explore the frontiers of the human spirit and know how precious and rare you are. And doesn't this card tie in and make so much sense in the reading, right? Before you, we see this justice in the reverse card. People are misjudging you, and it's creating some degree of anxiety within you. You have the choice as to whether or not you value the opinions of those who misjudge you. or who judge you harshly or unkindly, or who try to steal your happiness from you by being miserable themselves. You have this over here, right? The Star card. This is about you following your own destiny as the true Aquarius that you are. I can't even believe this card came out. It's so perfect for you. And the happiness is you're beginning to edify whatever that means for you. And you're being able to carve out and create your own place in the world and your destiny. And you are not cut from the same mold as every other boring person that's out there. But it may be that you're finding difficulty in identifying your tribe. It may take a while before you get there, but that's okay. This felt so optional to me, but I didn't want to minimize anyone either. This feels like the more power you give to other people and their opinion of you, the less happy, the less rare and free you will be. Turn off these other people's opinions. This is jealousy. This is envy. And this is negative, lousy gossip. Right? Forget these people. They don't have your back. They don't have your heart. Low vibrational people will try to knock you off your square. Do not allow that. And do not allow people to live rent-free in your head. It is not your job to take care of other people's low self-esteem by destroying your own possibilities for happiness. And this is coming to an end. This 9 and 10 of bats, they are coming to an end for you. This 10 of ghosts, this lack of community, this can be turned right side up so easily by being okay in your own company, having your own personal party, finding your own imps that you can play with. You guys got this. You Aquarians got this. You rock. You rock in your individuality. And this is not something that has to tear you down. I won't say any more there. I think that last card really, really kind of focused. I think it brought the focus into this reading. And what we needed to take away from this is a learning opportunity. Aquarians, you guys are awesome, and I love you so much. Cross watchers, be kind to your Aquarians because they really, really do need your kindnesses right now. And they certainly need to know how valued and loved and cherished they are because they are. You guys are brilliant and amazing.